You think all the latest hustle culture advice is new? Think again. We're about to crack open a guide to getting rich from 1915, and what's absolutely wild is how much it sounds like it was written for us, today. Let's dive in. So let me ask you, what's your game plan for success? Are you all about the slow and steady grind, the hustle? Or are you more of a go big or go home type, ready to gamble it all? Or maybe, just maybe, it's all about who you know. It feels like a very modern question, right? Well, it turns out people were debating this exact same thing over 100 years ago. Okay, so picture this. The year is 1915. Four friends, fresh out of college, are standing on a New York City rooftop. The skyline is just glittering with promise, and they're debating their futures, each with a radically different plan to make a fortune. This isn't just an old story. This is basically a masterclass in ambition. All right, first up, meet Roscoe Marsh. We're going to call him the gambler. Now, this guy already has some money, but what he's really after is something else: power, influence, and the sheer thrill of the game. Playing it safe? Yeah, that's not really in his vocabulary. Wow, I mean, this quote says it all, doesn't it? For Roscoe, life isn't about slowly stacking up your savings. No, it's about the adrenaline rush of a high-stakes game. He's making an all-or-nothing bet on himself, and get this, he thinks there's glory even in going completely broke. And just look at the sheer scale of his ambition. This is nuts. He's not just trying to get rich, he's trying to build a literal empire. His plan is to triple his inheritance, take over the entire New York media scene, and then conquer politics. For him, money is just rocket fuel for a much, much bigger fire. Okay, so that was the gambler. Now let's do a complete 180 and look at a totally different approach. Meet George Granning. He's the polar opposite. Let's call him the builder, the guy who embodies that slow, steady grind. I love this metaphor. It's so powerful. George is basically saying, look, I'm going to put my head down, do the work underground where no one can see me, and I'll pop up when I get to the finish line. He's not interested in flash or glamour. He is all about the destination, trusting that the hard work will get him there. And the key to his whole strategy, and this is so important, is self-awareness. He literally says, I know my limitations. He's not looking for shortcuts. He's ready to work his way up from the absolute bottom, and he values every single small win along the way. And check this out. His ultimate goal isn't just a pile of cash. He wants to build something meaningful, something with a purpose. All right, get ready for this next one because it feels like it could have been ripped from a social media post from yesterday. Our third friend, Fred Delancey, has a strategy that is brutally honest and, yeah, maybe a little controversial. He is the socialite. So Fred is totally upfront about everything. He's like, look, I'm not a genius organizer like George, and I don't have a trust fund like Roscoe. He says he's not even worth $20 a week at a normal job. And yet, he has a plan to make $1 million in just 5 years. So what's his secret? I mean, how on earth does a guy with no money and, by his own admission, no real skills, plan to get rich that fast? And there it is. Long before networking was a buzzword, before influencer was a job title, Fred laid out the entire playbook. He knows his real assets are his charm, his connections, and his uncanny ability to make himself essential to rich and powerful people. For him, his social life is his business. He just boils the whole game down to this pretty cynical triangle. He's like, look, you can inherit it, like Roscoe. You can earn it the hard way, like George. Or you can marry it. And he is not shy at all about which path he's chosen. It's just a shocking moment of pure, unapologetic pragmatism. So we've got these three really clear philosophies on how to make it big. But there's a fourth friend on that rooftop, Bojo, and he's listening to all this, just trying to figure out where he fits in. He's the undecided. And let's be real, Bojo is basically all of us, right? He gets inspired by the gambler's huge vision. He really respects the builder's work ethic, and he's kind of floored by the socialite's raw honesty. He wants to do something more than just make money, but he feels that pull towards what seems like an easier path. He is totally and completely stuck. So here's the final breakdown. You've got the gambler betting it all for power. You've got the builder earning it through pure patience and hard work. You've got the socialite leveraging his connections to the top. And then there's the undecided, just trying to find his own way. 4 timeless paths to success, all laid out on a rooftop over a century ago. And that, of course, brings the question right back to you. As you look at these archetypes from 1915, which one do you see in the mirror? Which one feels like you? Are you the builder, the gambler, the socialite? Or are you still, like Bojo, just weighing all the options? The answer might reveal a whole lot more about you than you think.